Hi, I'm Jen Wylde.
And I'm Jarrod LeBlanc.
And you're watching MaineFreedomWatchdogs. We report on the issues that affect your freedom and liberty.
This is not Democrat versus Republican. It's not left versus right or liberal versus conservative. This is about the right of all Americans to live in a country where our natural rights are honored. Our natural rights are defined by the Declaration of Independence and guaranteed by our Constitution, and it's our natural rights that give us our dignity as human beings and our freedom to be individuals.
Today's issue seems to invoke the words like explosion, hand-to-hand combat, and front lines. It sounds like we must be talking about war, right?
We're actually talking about the flu, more specifically the so-called swine flu. It seems to be the latest exaggerated threat that our government is using to control the once free American people. Our corporate government really wants us to be afraid of the swine flu, so they use their handmaidens in the corporate media to really sell us on the fear of the H1N1 swine flu. NBC's Brian Williams talks about there being an explosion of swine flu cases. His scriptwriters at NBC really seem to love using war imagery to sell the fear of H1N1.
On the front lines of swine flu, tonight we look at this epidemic from the front line. Some dramatic new numbers, as we mentioned, out tonight on swine flu, and we'll go to where it's hand-to-hand combating.
But Jarrod, not everyone responds well to fear-mongering. With some people, you have to talk a little more sweetly. And no one talks more sweetly about the swine flu than Maine's very own Dora Mills.
I'm Dr. Dora Mills. If you're expecting, please get the H1N1 flu shot. It's licensed by the FDA using the same rigorous standards as the seasonal flu vaccine, which is already recommended for pregnant women.
The message from the government and corporate media is that we should take the vaccine.
You know, there's no conspiracy here, folks. Just get your damn vaccine. Listen to our government agencies. These guys are telling the truth. Forget the conspiracy. Just get your damn vaccine. Just get your damn vaccine.
The biggest thing that I'm concerned about is informed consent. If the government and the media are going to advise people to take a drug, then they should have to disclose the risks and benefits of the drugs, and it doesn't seem like they're doing that. So I'm afraid that people are taking the H1N1 vaccine without informed consent, without really knowing what the risks and benefits are. So our government tells us children should get the H1N1 vaccine. Dora Mills, Maine's public health director and head of the Maine CDC, has put her stamp of approval on these documents being sent home from schools, telling us that our children should take the H1N1 vaccine. But it warns right on the H1N1 package insert I got from the hospital that they don't know if it's safe to give kids the shot. You will not be given the package insert with the H1N1 vaccine. You won't even see it unless you ask to see it. So pay close attention, because here's what it says.
All right, I'm reading this warning verbatim from the package insert. Safety and effectiveness in the pediatric population have not been established.
So if you were to be given informed consent about whether or not to give your child the H1N1 vaccine, it might go something like this. Go ahead and give your child the vaccine. It might be safe, and it might be harmful. No one really knows, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Just get your damn vaccine.
Dr. Anthony J. Morris, the former Chief Vaccine Control Officer at the FDA, says that there is a great deal of evidence to prove that immunization of children does more harm than good. So it blows my mind that the government and media is telling us to give kids the H1N1 vaccine.
The controlled media and government has been saying that pregnant women should take the vaccination.
The H1N1 virus, also known as swine flu, is in Maine, and it's especially harmful to pregnant women. Getting this shot is the single best way to protect you and your baby's health from flu.
Again, my issue is that we have the freedom to decide what we do or do not put into our own bodies. So if the government is going to advise pregnant women to take a vaccine, they should be at least giving informed consent to tell women what the risks and benefits are. The package insert says, "We don't know if it's safe for pregnant women to take the H1N1 vaccine." Again, you will not be given the package insert unless you ask. So listen closely to what it says about the H1N1 vaccine and the seasonal flu vaccine.
Now this is word for word from the H1N1 package insert. It is not known whether these vaccines can cause fetal harm when administered to a pregnant woman or can affect reproductive capacity.
It is not known whether these vaccines can cause fetal harm or affect reproductive capacity. So again, informed consent to a pregnant woman thinking about taking the H1N1 vaccination might go something like this. Go ahead and take the shot. It might be safe for your baby. It might be harmful for your baby. It might sterilize you, but it might not. We don't really know.
Just get your damn vaccine. Just get your damn vaccine.
Now this is interesting. According to the H1N1 package insert, there is no proof that any of these vaccines even work as far as preventing people from getting the flu.
Exactly. I want to read this quote from Dr. Anthony Morris, former Chief Vaccine Officer at the FDA. He states that there is no evidence that any influenza vaccine is effective in preventing or mitigating any attack of influenza.
So that is the former Chief Vaccine Officer at the FDA, basically saying the flu vaccine doesn't work.
That's right. And he also states that the producers of these vaccines know they are worthless, but they go on selling them anyway. And to me, that's the real story behind this H1N1. The government and media are telling us one thing, and the package insert is telling us quite another story.
So the choice for now is up to you on whether or not you take the H1N1 vaccine. If you do not choose to take the shot, you will have plenty of company. ABC reports 62% of Americans will not take the shot. France's top newspaper reports that 83% of the French will not take the H1N1 vaccine. The German AP says that 66% of Germans will not take the shot.
Getting this shot is the single best way to protect you and your baby's health from flu.
Look, Dora Mills is probably a really nice person. I'm sure she probably has good intentions, but as they say, sometimes the road to hell can be paved with good intentions.
And there's a saying that the devil is in the details. And in this case, the details are in the package insert of the H1N1 vaccine. The insert warns that we don't know if the vaccine is safe for kids or pregnant women. You have the right to read the insert for yourself before you take the shot. So please exercise that right.
You've been watching My Freedom Watchdogs. Join us next time as we expose one Maine senator's attempts to censor the internet. Thanks for watching. Let's keep each other free.